With the A1C or any single gang unit, the Minnich dowel drill systems need 92.5 CFM from your main air compressor. And you'll see that we have a Chicago style fitting here. So you want to remove that cap. Before you connect your main air supply, make sure that you blow out any dust or debris, because if you get dust and debris inside of this and turn it on and it goes up to the switches, it'll clog them. So I'm going to make sure that your air connections are clean before you connect them, and the safety lanyard in place. On our control panel, you'll see we have the incoming line pressure. That should be at 120 PSI. You don't want to see that needle drop past 110. As far as the feed pressure goes, that measures how much force the drill carrier is moving into the concrete, and you want that set at about 16 to 22. You can make a fine adjustment with the regulator here for the feed pressure, but you don't want to just crank it up and put too much pressure on it, because that will actually slow down the drilling. Too much pressure will press that drill steel up against the concrete and actually have no chipping action. So you really want to get that bounce and chipping action. We also have our oil fill right here that is under high pressure, but we need to bleed all the pressure before we unscrew this. And then one easy way to actually take the pressure off of that is to just bleed the air out through the drilling system. So you need to turn the air supply off at the compressor. I want to turn the feed on and the drills on. There's no more pressure, and it's safe to remove the oil fill cap to fill oil. So this is your low oil indicator, and when your oil level in the machine drops to an unsafe level, it'll turn to red. Your drill hammer will also stop working. All you have to do is clear the air pressure, remove the cap, and add oil. Tighten everything back up, and this will turn back to green, and you'll be ready to drill again. So this is our brake handle. When we release it, it releases pressure off the tire, so you can move the drill and then again reapply it, and then it doesn't move. Okay, here we have our lifting bail. We've designed this so that when you lift from here, the machine will be balanced. So you want to put your strap in and then lift from that. We do not want to lift from the steering wheel. That'll destroy it. As you can see, these pieces of drill steel look identical, other than the 3 1/4 inch or 4 1/4 inch under collar. Our machines require the 4 1/4 inch. If you use the 3 1/4 inch, it's going to take you about 5 to 6 minutes to drill a hole, and it's really bad on the machine because of the big gap and the pounding on the end, where when you have the 4 1/4, it'll take you about 45 seconds to drill a hole. And to install the drill steel, you want to pull the latch down. You can drop it through the hole, hold it up tight, and flip the latch back up. And you want to make sure that it spins in one direction. It should not spin in both. And that's how you know your drill steel is good. When you're setting the depth of the hole, this is your depth guide and stop pad. And what you want to do is feed that drill steel against the slab. You want to feed it in. Once the drill steel is touching the slab, then you can make this measurement here to whatever depth you want. And then after you drill the hole, make sure you stick your tape measure in. Make sure it's the depth you want before you drill all your holes. Okay, as far as leveling the bed, you want to make sure that it is level. So if you just place a level right on the rail itself, and then if it's not in level, then you can make the adjustment with threading this in or out, and that will lower or raise the bed. To raise and lower the bed to get your proper drilling height on the slab, you make that adjustment here, and just by turning it, either lowering it or raising it, and then you want to secure it with the jam nut. If you do need to make an adjustment, allowing more oil or less to get to the hammer, there's an adjustment screw by the dome right on your oil reservoir. Tightening the screw down will restrict the amount of oil, and then obviously opening it back up will allow more oil. Do not open it past flush on the surface of the oiler though. Part of maintenance is your grease points. You want to make sure you keep things lubricated. There's several around the machine. Even though there's an air valve on these tires, we have them foam filled, so do not try to put air into them. Before running the machine each morning, you want to check your bolts, especially this area right here. A lot of vibration, the bolts will come loose. So you want to make sure that these are snug, not over tightened, because that'll actually choke off this area and not allow the drill steel to work properly. Do not lubricate the rail in any way. That'll cause dust to stick to it and cause unnecessary wear. Inside the drill carrier, we have Teflon pads that allow it to slide smoothly. One thing we want to watch is that your deflector is never facing upwards like this, because rain will come in and rust the inside of your drill. So always make sure that it's in a downward slope. Many of our units come with a dust collection system right here. Do not try to run those in moist environments. It'll cause the dust to actually solidify inside. Please double check that you're wearing all the appropriate personal protective equipment before operating the machine. We do care about your safety here at Minnich.